This is coming to me from personal experience. An important message that I personally battled with, because I was dealing with my toxic ex who acts like a narcissist. I'm not sure if he really is a narcissist, but he's the ex that I was talking about in my videos just a while ago. And because, I thought that he was my twin flame, but if a person is your twin flame or soulmate, so if a person is your twin flame or soulmate, of course there can be, issues. Always in relationships, there are some sorts of issues that we need to be, learning from and healing and growing and evolving, because relationships are spiritual assignments for us to learn and grow and evolve, to realize things, to learn lessons, to face things. But of course, it's very painful if the other person is doing all the work. The other person gets to learn and heal and evolve and, do all of this, and the other person doesn't do anything, but they are just toxic. So, of course, that's not serving you. And life, as a sensitive empath, highly sensitive being, God's chosen one, Earth Angel, Starseed, can be so difficult anyway. If you have to constantly be calming yourself down, because there are so many difficult or toxic people around you who don't vibe with you. They are not on the same frequency level as you are. They are not as high vibrational. They are not, love and light at mindset. And they can be narcissistic and all of that. So, of course, this in itself can be very draining and very difficult and heavy to deal with, that you constantly need to keep telling yourself, it's not my fault, it's not my problem. And you need to be cleansing yourself and cutting off those cords. And as I've said, it's all about the devil's plan to distract a person like you. And personally, of course, I've been struggling with this my whole life too. But yeah, I just want to say that if you're dealing with somebody that you think is your twin flame, and you wonder if all the problems are because of that, but you have to ask yourself, you have to listen to intuition and your instincts, because they are there for a reason, to give you warnings and guidance. So if you really feel that this person is too toxic for you, you see it, you feel it, you sense it in every fiber of your being. So if they are too toxic, that they don't respect your boundaries, they don't hear you when you try to speak, you try to be yourself, you notice that you cannot be yourself, you try to speak your truth and just lovingly set those boundaries, healthy boundaries, and maybe you've also been dealing with enough in your life already, enough of pain and disrespect. So this is your reminder to cut this person off, because you should not be holding on to something that's constantly destroying you and hurting you just because you think that they are your twin flame. They don't have a right to do that to you. No matter who it is, they don't have the right to do that to you. So you have to protect yourself. So you should not fall in love with potential. So if somebody is showing you with their behavior, and you sense it and see it and pick it up that this person is unhealthy for you to be around. So, you know, I wish that somebody would have told me this. So, you know, again, I had to basically learn this the hard way too. That's it's no point in, you know, wasting your time and health and your life with somebody who is just making you miserable, who is very toxic, who is acting like a narcissistic person, or they are a narcissistic person. So I've really come to this conclusion from what I have studied about twin flames and soulmates, that yeah, there can be issues, they can be heavy issues, but you have to be working on those together. You have to be growing together, evolving together, learning together, building the relationship together based on similar values that you both share, with honesty and respect for one another. You know, getting to know one another, not assuming things, but really listening to the other person and really being there for them. So, you know, if you don't have this groundwork, then it's not going to last and it's not healthy. So like in my case, my ex was destroying me in such a bad way that it's basically a miracle that I survived. And these are just what, you know, my thoughts that are coming to me right now. So this is loving guidance and warning as well, that if you're dealing with something like this, you're not sure if you're dealing with a narcissist or not, but if they are acting like a psychopath, they don't care about your feelings, they don't want to hear you out, they don't want to communicate normally. So what can you do? You cannot do anything but free yourself from that. If you are a sensitive empath, highly sensitive woman like I am, Earth Angel, Starseed, God's chosen one, do not hold on to what is hurting you anymore. Learn that lesson and move forward. Cut them off and learn how to love yourself and accept yourself and value yourself, know your worth. Fix your mindset that you will automatically think in your favor. You will act in your favor because that's what's meant for you. That is what God has meant for you. You cannot be victorious if you don't do anything about it. So action has to be taken. And God would tell you to cut them off ASAP. They are from the devil. That person is sent by the devil. Because if that person was really meant to be in your life, they would be in your life. They would learn how to treat you properly. They would actually make effort to make things work. They would be genuine and authentic and honest and respectful. And if it's your true twin flame, they won't be that toxic. They say that karmic soulmates are usually those toxic ones. So maybe that person is just a karmic soulmate who you're dealing with, that you're supposed to be learning how to love yourself more. And twin flames, yes, they also can teach us that. Yes, and it can of course be painful, but ultimately I believe that love wins. So if that person really loves you, you know, so if that person really loves you, they will show it with their actions, and you will feel it and sense it and pick it up, and you don't need to be questioning about it. You don't need to be walking on eggshells. You don't need to be scared of them. You don't need to feel threatened by them. And if they make mistakes with you, they will correct and apologize properly for those mistakes. They will own up to them because they are a mature adult, and you're supposed to be with a mature adult. So don't accept anything less. You deserve princess treatments. So just don't settle anymore. So don't give them any chances anymore. They already had a chance with you. So with people, there should always be one chance, one opportunity to be in your life, to have access to your energy, to your kindness, to your love, to everything that you represent. One chance only. And if a person messes that up in some way and shows that they are inconsistent, that you cannot trust them, then cut them off. I wish I would have really comprehended all of this before I got hurt so badly. Because I've been so trusting and too open and too loving and too nice. And I always gave people so many chances. Stop giving yourself false hopes, waiting and trying to manifest them to heal and change. You just have to detach because it's too hurtful, too destructive. You have to detach from a person like that. And move on as soon as possible. And of course, that is what I'm here to help you with. My services are created so that you can do that you can actually detach and move on ASAP and be healing and actually be happy and healthy in your life, to attract those better things, healthier things, healthy people, healthy experiences into your life. Because I've been doing my work basically since 2016. I've been serving people. I've been doing angel card readings, mediumship readings, because I work with angels. I'm an earth angel, and I also found out that I'm a medium, that I can connect with past loved ones, for example. I believe that us earth angels and starseeds, we are naturally gifted in this way by God. But it was very draining. That work has been very draining for me. So that is why I've just been focusing on my own business and on my YouTube channel, because I feel that God wanted me to do that. And of course, you know, because I always feel people's pain and all of that, like it's my own, as empaths and highly sensitive beings, earth angels, starseeds, God's chosen ones. We sense people's issues, and it can be so awfully heavy on us, very destructive, low vibe energy that is not serving us, that makes us feel uncomfortable and all of that. And you know, on top of that, I was encountering many people who were clearly sent by the devil when I was working on phone lines, chat services, different kinds of these platforms as a psychic medium, Lightworker, you know, helping people with their love life issues and such. I was doing readings. So the energy was just terrible. And I got sexually harassed badly as well in those, and bullied and, you know, verbally abused. So they were very, very toxic. So clearly they were sent by the devil. They had demonic energy within them, some of these clients, and they were just out to test my abilities. And you know, if they were not satisfied, they would give me a bully feedback, for example. They would abuse me in those chat rooms or calls. So Of course, it's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. It's not okay at all. So that is why I had to leave those jobs. Even though that also took me a while to do, because I'm so forgiving and, you know, all of that. So, and I've mentioned this before because, you know, I have helped thousands of people by now, online and face to face also some. But these people have this common nominator that, you know, if they are asking about a certain person, like a twin flame, for example, so they are wanting somebody who is being very immature and maybe even toxic and, you know, emotionally not available. So that is not healthy. So I would have, well, I tried to tell them if I sensed that, I would tell them that, you know, you should not be chasing after this person. Focus on yourself. But that is really the fact, you know, that you should always do. And I was also being very straightforward and honest with some people when I felt and saw that it was possible, because many of them don't want to take any truth. It's too painful for them because they're so attached or so in love with that person who is not giving them even what they need and deserve from a partner, for example. But so really it is an important truth that you have to know yourself and what you want and deserve in life. And, you know, if something is not for you, it's your job to know that and, you know, stay in your own frame and separate yourself from the other person who's not your problem. Because many people were asking the same questions over and over, and clearly they were stuck in this cycle that they don't trust themselves. They don't likely even know themselves. They have this deep childhood trauma wound within them, and likely even more trauma later in life, having dealt with emotional abuse, for example. So the cooperation with me and with these clients was not really working because they were not really truly aligned with me. And it was very painful for me to try to help them. And so that is why I just had to give it up and, you know, just focus on what I do, you know, authentically. But yeah, what I really realized that it's really a waste of money and energy and effort and time both ways. If a client wants to ask about somebody who's being emotionally unavailable and toxic and immature and not capable of having a mature, balanced, peaceful, normal, healthy relationship. So if this resonates, please don't do that anymore. Don't buy readings from anybody, and just be, you know, just be cutting that person off and just moving on. And if you need help and support, my services are here, my freebies, my self-help book, my sessions, my online courses, my program. All of that is here to help you do that.